All right, this is Fort Deen. Yes, I'm back at it again with the brutes. I fought this battle last night, and this is just something new I wanted to do. And this is just a top-down view right before we start the battle, and I'm about to start the battle. But this is a top-down view of the map. Okay, and I got it color coded. The blue is my base. See the two yellow dots? That would be my allied bases. And the three red at the top, that would be the enemy forces, combined enemy forces. I'm fighting the brutes again. This time, they got a little friend. That little friend is actually, I would say, leading the charge, who is Captain Cutter. You guys haven't seen me go against him yet. He is the statistically most difficult faction to fight. All right. And guess what? We crushed them. But don't let me spoil this too much more. What I'm going to do is show you my strategy here. This is not a demonstration of how the battle plays out. All this is I'm going to show you, before the battle even started, what my general plan was, my predictions were, and what my strategy is that I actually ended up sticking to, or at least tried to, for the most part. All right, here's my overall strategy and predictions. First off, I just want to get this out of the way. My enemy's movements, okay? I predict, okay, so the white bases are rebel bases. Basically, weak, soft targets that are easy to take. No one faction that, like, the enemy forces don't work with the rebels or something like that. So we're all gonna fight the rebels. They're really nothing. Anyways, so those are like neutral bases, really and truly. All right. Here's my predictions. Right. All right. My enemies from here, enemy forces are gonna hit here and here and take these bases, whereas these forces, I believe, are going to split, take these bases. These are going to be, this is not exactly how the battle played out. This is my predictions, right? Or this was my prediction and what I based my strategy on, right? Okay, I predicted that my ally would take here, this ally would take here, and then my strategy, which is what I actually did, was to go ahead and build a fortification here by taking these three bases. And you're probably thinking, like, what do you mean fortification? Well, now that I own these three bases, I kind of created like a no-fly zone right there, right? And like it's like a fortification. Like I can quickly send troops to each base, and that is think of it like this big arrow of just home field advantage. Does that make sense? They have to attack us when they enter these arrows, and we can quickly send troops to and from each base. Okay. Anyways, but with that being said, I predict that the enemy, the opponent, will have this going on, right? All right. So, of course, you can see naturally what the center of the battlefield is. Of course, I mean, this is the center, and this is where I believe the most of the fighting is going to take place. Before the battle even started, I predicted that was going to be just a slaughter ground. But I wasn't going to take part of that. That was part of my strategy. Okay, so right here, I predicted that my enemies were going to come out and try to hit this base and hit that base, right? But I also believe that at the same time, my allies were going to come out. That was the wrong yellow I just chose. Hit that base. Come out and hit this base, right? So there was, I predicted there would be some kind of clash right here where I'm going to put this big red X. And I believe that fighting was going to take place for the most of the battle. Okay. Now, with that being said, if the enemy took this base, I wasn't going to sweat it. I was not going to sweat it. I knew I was going to make that base just a quick supply pad base. If they took it, it's whatever. I delayed them by making them have to fight that as a base with my turrets on it rather than an easy, soft target like a rebel base. And time is everything. So if anything, going into the battle, this base is just to delay them, okay? And give my allies the time they need to strike. Okay, with that being said, let me go ahead and show you my actual strategy here. So I showed you what I predict the overall look of the battlefield is going to be. So my strategy is this. Check this out. I'm going to take my main force, move them up the side here, and I'm going to hit this base. And there's a reason I do this. Now, you see this base? I could have moved through here and hit that, right? Well, the enemy's going to predict that. The enemy knows these bases are closest to the battle right here. They know to shield these. They know to put turrets on these. So if I attack these, plus I have to pull my troops through right here, the center where all the fighting is, going to soften my troops up. Then they have to get up here. And then they're getting hit by turrets and they have to worry about the shields. So instead, I just skip through everything. I predict that this base is going to be not very well protected. Because it's, first off, not their main base. Second off, not a base that they predict to be hit right away. I take advantage of that. And if that works well, smoothly, I come down here and hit this base. If that works smoothly, come up here and hit this base. And boom, this triangle becomes mine. All the while, I'm predicting enemy forces are distracted by my ally right in this area. See the little thing? I guess you can see my little cursor moving right here. Okay. Which should give me the time, if I'm moving fast, to hurry up and hit these three. Then I'm going to build up my forces. Boom. 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 And that's the gist of it. That is what my strategy is going to be. I think this is going to help anyone watching this kind of understand that, like, what I'm trying to do in the battle. Because if you're actually interested in these battles, I want you to understand my strategy and see it unfold, before you. And keep in mind, we're fighting Captain Cutter in this fight, so of course you can expect some challenges. But anyways, that's the gist of it. Just wanted to get that out of the way. So let me go ahead and jump right into this battle. Alright, so at the very beginning here, I've got my starter base. And I'm going to build it up a little bit. I'm going to get me a vehicle depot, barracks, so I can get Spartans on the ground, and an air pad. And I want an air pad and a vehicle depot so I can get a balanced army. Counter everything. You know what I'm saying? I got the air power, and I got the ground power. So really, that's an anti-everything. Alright, so I got my allies doing their thing over there. And my depot is almost done. I'm going to get some ground power before I go and attack those rebel bases with just one warthog. And me lose that. So I got 2 hogs. I'm going to get a grizzly. Yeah. Make short work of that rebel base and not waste warthogs, right? Because they have a powerful Gauss cannon, and I don't want to just waste them. Plus, a good commander doesn't waste his troops and just send them to their deaths. Alright, so I'm building up. I got my warthogs just in strike range, and I'm just going to wait for the reinforcements to arrive. I'm going to get them Barracks complete. I'm going to get some Spartans too.
Grizzly ready to roll.
And there's that grizzly. And so when you hit a rebel base with a strong force like this, it takes about, oh my gosh, like 3-4 seconds to take it down. It's incredible.
All units.
So I go ahead and I went ahead and sent my troops up. Just make short work of that base. Short work of it. And that Spartan laser, it is incredibly powerful and useful.
Air pad complete. All units.
So remember in the beginning when I was kind of laying out the game plan, I was saying there was those 3 bases that I was going to create that I was going to build in the beginning before I went and crossed over to the enemy side.
The enemy now
That's what I'm doing right now.
Location.
This is the second base I'm constructing right now. So I'm moving fast. Already got a vulture on the way.
Let's go. Yes, sir. Sure thing. Where to? On the move. Vulture, ready to rock.
Our ally ally says that he is assaulting this position.
So I built it up, put some supply pads on it. Get those supplies so I can fund the battle. I don't want to just go bankrupt. I got that vulture now. I look like I just built another one. I think I did. Yeah, I did, so. Building things up, just building up a force right now. Building up a force that I can use of just power. I mean, it's a balanced power though, you know what I'm saying? It's tanks and air power. It is balanced. That's what you know. When you go in against 3 different enemy forces like this, they're each going to be using different combinations of armies. So you just want an anti-everything army. You want a well-balanced army. Okay. This isn't like that last fight when it was a 1v1 and me switching over to air superiority just wiped the field. Air superiority might work on one of them, but the other, like for instance, Cutter's army might be an air superiority force themselves, in which case I would need anti-air fire, a lot of that. So, because I can't counter everyone at once, I just build a well-balanced army force here. Alright. A good, well-balanced force. Get some more warthogs. I mean, the warthogs are great, and don't get me wrong, I know there's a scouting vehicle. They are, that Gauss cannon on the top of it is, it does work. So it puts in work. So I order my Spartans to go and take some wraiths. You know, they're tanks. Go and hijack some tanks. I mean, that right there. I think all 3 of them. Yeah, all 3 of my Spartans. It's not funny actually. It's actually really sad. Rest in peace. The only reason I'm laughing is because of how ridiculous really it is. All 3 of them died right there.
All units.
Brave heroes, just gone like that. It's really a shame. Okay. But anyways, we go ahead and take that base, and next thing you know, the wraiths are gone. Wraiths are no joke. These guys, first off, they got the shield. Second off, their cannon is very powerful. Very powerful. So this is that 3rd base I was talking about, so I can create that network of bases on our side of the battlefield, so that we have firm control over our side of the battlefield. Excuse me, I just had an ice cream sandwich, so yeah, that's why I burped. And ramen noodles. Alright, so this is a deviation from my original strategy. Okay. So my ally pushed up and took a base up there on their side of the field, which is impressive. That was not in my original predictions. Remember, I never put that in the predictions. I told you those predictions that I showed you at the beginning of the video was not how the battle played out, because this is what I'm talking about right here. And the enemy built a base on our side of the battlefield. That was not something I predicted, so I'm going to adjust my strategy here.
All units.
Which is, I'm gonna go ahead and clear that base out before I go on my offensive, right? And after I clear it out, I just hope and pray that the ally takes it, doesn't give it back to enemy hands, because we don't need that base in enemy hands this early on. That's gonna give them ample time to build it up super strong and be a legitimate threat throughout the fight. Can't have that. And you're about to see what I'm talking about.
Turret complete.
So I go ahead and send this vulture, and that one that just came out, up to defend the base while this force moves out. Again, a small little skirmish right here. Allied vulture coming back from battle, all beat up. Hero. Damn hero.
Local units.
That's all this fight is heroes and damn monkeys with the brutes. That's all they are, damn apes.
Supply pad.
Ugly as hell. Dumb. Alright. Anyways, sorry. I respect the brutes to a degree. You know, they're a tough enemy. I respect the tough folk. So we're hitting them. We're hitting them hard. I'm trying to do it quick so I can get it out of the way so I can get back on track to what you remember seeing as my original strategy. Because you already know what my strategy is. I showed you in the beginning of the video. Okay? So this is not a part of my strategy. This is a deviation because I recognize this base they can't be here. This is too close to us. It's in our kill zone. You know what I'm talking about if you paid attention. In class or whatever you want to call it. And they see that just like that. They use the base to get a scarab. If I didn't send my forces up there, that scarab could have went and destroyed like two of my allied bases before they were able to do anything. So we're just all fire on that thing. Take it down. You know, I'm like, guys, take that thing down. Scarabs are the strongest single unit that will be active on any battlefield. Oh, and next time I come back and we did it. It's destroyed. So I'm like, oh, okay. And we get rid of that base. It's gone. No longer does the enemy have any kind of foothold on our side of the battlefield. I'm like, alright, I gotta get back on track. I gotta get back to my original strategy. Before that base after gets ample time to possibly get shields, possibly get turrets. I need to attack it early. And that was a big delay. Not to mention it costed me some of my forces to go and do that. So I'm building them up. I'm ready. Remember what I said now. I'm going to go up the side. And I'm going to hit them. And I'm going to hit them on what I predict to be their weakest base.
All units
On the way.
So I move up. Guys are moving. Got a battle over here in the center of the field like I predicted now.
You got it.
We're moving up. We're going to sneak it. We're going to sneak attack them. And I'm going to be really working on getting a foothold on that side of the battlefield, on their side of the battlefield. What they failed to do, I'm going to try to succeed to do, which is get a strong foothold on the enemy side of the battlefield. That is my plan. While enemy forces are distracted in the center of the map, dealing with my allies. They're distracting each other. So, I'm taking the initiative to leave my bases undefended, yes, but take the risk of bringing my forces around and really doing more damage to them faster than they can do to me if they attack our bases, right? I know that makes sense. It does make sense. If it doesn't make sense to you, I'm sorry that you're not a master tactician like myself. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
All
right?
units.
I'm like, ooh, resources. Everybody, get them, get them, get them. And they all do. Look at like dogs. They just go after it.
All units.
All right. Those are good men. They all died. Every one of them did.
Our ally attacked
So.
unsuccessfully.
Yes.
All
This war,
units.
and I was right. Look at how weak that base is. Just supply areas. I guess they're called warehouses. Covenant call them warehouses. We would call that as base of supply pads. So they just got warehouses. That's a soft target.
Our ally is going after enemy supply lines.
Take care of that base.
Turret complete.
And I moved the cursor. And yeah, it's
All
gone.
units.
That's our key, and that is our key. That is the door opened, wide open now to the enemy's home turf, if you will. So we go ahead and I'm waiting. 2, 1.
Our allies' attack failed.
Boom, and I'm just thinking, enemy's screwed. If they attack me, I should be able to...
Turret complete.
There's several things going through my head. The enemy's forces are distracted. Look at that. Cutter's forces are pushed all the way up on our side of the battlefield. They're no immediate threat to me. So while their forces are distracted, I'm gonna just start destroying their bases, right? Well, that's the plan. Look at that shot. Boom! There's my allies' bomber right there. Carpet bomb there, guys. Build some turrets. I'm trying to make sure it's tough. I don't want this to be a base. Definitely that they take, because this is where I'm building my stronghold. I go ahead and get some forces up, so I can get some guys over there quick to help build me up real quick, so that we can get ready to strike the other base. I want to full force hit that base. So I got some Marines coming, got a Grizzly coming, and I got another Vulture coming. And like I predicted, they hit our base. I think they actually don't destroy it though, they just kind of go past it and do some damage. So I'm getting them gathered up here so they can move as one unit down.
Local units.
I'm so ready to hit them, so I'm just like, screw it. You know, the Marines and all that, and the Grizzly and the other Vulture will get here when they get here. Let's make our move. Yeah, so they just kind of do some damage. They destroy what, I think, yeah, one of our supply pads.
Air pad complete.
And when we hit them, so we got some hunters. Short work. We make short work of those fools. Like a piece of cake. They got their chieftain right there. I go ahead and tell the Vulture, hey, with the volley, and but keep going. Don't stop, because you got this. You know, go and provide some air cover. Next thing I know, there's another chieftain right there with my Marine and my Grizzly. I think the Marines didn't make it, but the Grizzly did. Yeah. So the chieftain did move his forces up the same alley that I took to move my forces down and hit them where they were soft and where they didn't predict it. But I did it quicker than them. And look at the benefits of moving faster than the enemy. I'm on my second base. And destroying my second base. Boom, that extra Vulture comes in. That's some extra rockets. That's an extra volley. Yeah. We got a good standing on resources. Everything's looking okay. It's looking very good right now. But I know the enemy's still very powerful, so I'm expecting. I think here's where they actually go after my base. They're with the intentions of destroying it. But that was not one that I was going to really sweat. Wasting my time to go and defend. So I'm just kind of letting them do that. Because, if I can destroy their bases faster than they can destroy all mine, then guess what? We win. I know it sounds crazy, but it really isn't. It might sound crazy to someone that's not used to war and how prioritization works. So I'm building the extra base. Landing that thing. They've got some forces back there on our side. They've already launched an attack on my allies' base. And I'm the only one that's back. Well, my ally does have one base back there, but they're not really actively pushing any kind of offense right now. Their forces are up there playing defense. So I'm really the one pushing, doing this offensive, and I'm really the one that's going to win this battle. Because I'm the one that's bringing the fight back to their turf, not ours. I want the fighting their side of the battlefield, putting their bases in immediate danger, not ours. Alright. And that's what's going on here. They did take that base out that I had. You know?
Base under attack.
It's gone.
The enemy is producing engineers.
All units.
I'm there.
So we're moving up the hill. Sound familiar? We went up a hill charge in that last video at Blood River. This hill charge, I don't think is quite that bloody, but it is still a very historic charge, because here we're hitting one of their starter bases. Heavily defended. Shields, turrets. Yeah, they got it all in that base. Cutter got him a base up there on our side of the battlefield, which is... I'm thinking I can't deal with that. I can't. I'm on the offense. I'm pushing strictly offense. My allies are going to have to deal with defending our side. I'm attacking their side.
Supply pad complete.
As fast as I move, that should be an okay strategy.
All units.
Rolling out bombing run aborted. Healing target. Here it comes. Initial bombs away.
Carpet bomb just right there, and I missed the shot, but I ordered a carpet bomb right there and just slammed it.
Turret complete.
Pretty sure I did destroy that base relatively quickly for it to be as strong and fortified as it is. They're attacking my starter base. Can't remember if I did lose that base.
I'll get it.
It was a trade-off.
Base has been destroyed. All units.
They've got forces up here.
Complete.
There's some cutters.
All units.
It's a Wolverine anti-air vehicle. He's got his elephant up. LDST, orbital drop sharpshooters. He's giving me hell. He comes in defense of his ally.
All units.
Good on him, because he messes me up here. He messes me up.
Supply pad complete.
Yeah.
Base under attack.
Yeah, it's painful. So we're pushed. Well, no. Let's see. What was I doing here? I was trying to get that guy, I think, on the side over here to put some pounds in on their base
Spartan on deck.
away from enemy forces. Oh, by the way, that was one of the enemy brute chieftains. Just got wiped out of the battle. All thanks to me. So now it's only one brute chieftain. There's that mag blast. I can't stand it. Cutter's mag blasts are powerful. I think he downed one of my vultures with it.
Enemy engaged.
It's not the last time he mag blasted my vultures in this battle.
Horn it up.
I'm pushed back, quite frankly. I think like most of my units were pretty much wiped out right there. If pretty much not all, I guess, were in fact wiped out. Complete unit wipe. And
Base under attack.
the base I worked so hard at taking up there, they took back. But it's not going to be nearly as defended. I'm not going to give them time to build it up like the other one was, with the shield generators and the turrets and all that. No, I gotta move fast. And move fast and hard, right? Fast and hard. A little skirmish between my allies and the enemy up there. They're putting in some good hits on the cutter's base up there. The brutes making a push down there.
Base under attack.
So, yeah, they've got some serious manpower out there hitting my base. Not good. Not good. I'm thinking I'm not going to even go and worry about defending it. I'm going to go hit their base they just took back when it's still soft and new before they can build it up. Let's go. My forces are moving. Forces are moving. I'm like, just everything just slammed that base. And I mean, they're building a chieftain too out of that temple they got right there. Carpet bomb it, bam! Got everything moving. My allies got a good force right there. Helped me out a lot.
All units.
We're just out here putting in that work. Putting in that work. Slam inside of that thing. That behemoth. Covenant bases are referred to as citadels. So we're just slamming that citadel. And they are they're putting the hurt on me. Yeah. Complete unit wipe. Sorry, I'm sitting over here by my keyboard. I just scooted it with my arm. That wasn't a mouse ring.
Spartan ready to go.
Got my vultures coming back. My ally got a base there temporarily. It's already getting back blasted by Captain Cutter's forces. Meanwhile, the allies returned in favor and attacking Captain Cutter's foothold, and that they did take my original starting base. They did. Okay, couldn't remember that.
Our ally reports that he is attacking the enemy here.
Move my vultures down so they don't have to worry about getting hit or softened up. Then forces up on that hill, that incline, the elevation. I can just swoops straight to the base, enemy base. Enemies, they're putting in a good fight right there. Putting up a good fight. Got my other vulture. Said, you know, go with that one. So yeah, about to hit their base again.
Send me in. What needs killing?
I get some warthogs to go take that base back. The starter base of my allies just wiped out for me. That Cutter had taken.
We should flare one of their supply
And we do
points.
that.
Would like
Nope,
to send
actually my ally went ahead and took it, yeah. So then I'll take that one. But yeah. Did I? I thought I did.
Loaded up. Going there now. On station. Coming around.
Yeah, we get pushed back hard. And they went ahead and built a shield generator. That did not make me happy.
Pelicans, pick up coordinates.
I go ahead and fly my ground forces via Pelican. Get them dropped off over there.
Enemy engagement.
Yeah, Spartan lasers. No joke.
Begin dealing targets.
If I can go ahead and take this base, I can get a good foothold up on this hill, and
Our allies' attack failed.
that'll be it for them. Probably no matter what kind of fight they put up.
All units.
And we did it. That chieftain base, that brute base is history. Yeah, I did take that one. Since my ally took the one I sent my warhogs after, I was like, well, okay, I'll take your old base. Make it one of mine. I can speak supply pad base.
All units.
If you want to play like that.
All units.
Vulture, loaded up.
I go ahead and send my guys down real quick. I'm thinking that base is too dangerous to have
All
sitting there.
units. Supply pad.
I mean, they can
complete.
hit both of my bases right here
Turret complete.
as they like. Easily. So I need to hurry up, you know, with that base
Generation healing
in their
target.
control.
Give me a target.
So once again, I'm deviated from my original strategy. I have to go back and backtrack.
Supply pad complete. Turret complete. All units.
Target acquired.
No shield generators, so that's good. Hoping we can make short work of it.
Unleashing hell. Ready to launch.
Yeah, we just slam it.
Vehicle depot complete. Supply pad complete.
Get my Spartans back in the fight.
Turret complete.
Those guys are really incredible soldiers to have on the battlefield.
All units.
Go ahead and take it.
All units.
Spartan.
That eliminates
Turret complete.
even more of my enemy's
Supply
reach.
pad complete.
And I think around here is where we get hit by a Mac
Turret
blast.
complete.
Yes, it is. So Carter, Captain Cutter sends out his Mac blasts. Does some serious damage. Oh my gosh, I think he just destroyed. Yeah, he destroyed one of my Grizzlies. Yep. Yes, he did.
Supply pad complete.
I'm there.
Supply pad complete.
So I'm building up, letting my troops repair, giving them time to heal.
All units.
What is that? Is that a chieftain? Yeah, that's one of the chieftains. So I'm like all fire focused on that guy to take him out
All units.
before he does us.
Turret complete. Supply pad complete. All units.
On the way.
Supply pad complete.
Enemy attack.
So we go ahead and hit that base. We're gonna make short work of it.
I'm ready.
My enemies hit it with the. Sorry, why did I say that? My allies hit it with the cryo bomb, pretty much effectively freezing the entirety of it.
In my sight. Knock knock. Rolling out the carpet.
That was helpful.
Initial
What my allies did there.
Dropping the hurt.
Supply pad complete.
Just trying to keep reinforcements, ample reinforcements, continuously restocking my forces with, and resupplying my forces with the firepower they lose, because we are losing
All
units here. I mean, not at a fast rate anymore.
Spartan ready.
So I'm getting forces replenished, so we can hit them without all full
Supply pad
force.
complete. All units.
We're hitting that base now. There's some good is that another chieftain?
I'll get it.
No, it's not.
Orders. Rolling
Excuse me.
out.
Supply pad
Sorry.
complete.
Yeah. So I just saw Cutter has 2 bases left. I'm like, let's go ahead and wipe Captain Cutter out of the fight real quick. Let's take him out. Because with him owning 2 bases, he can still put some damage on us. He tried to hurry up and build one there. He's stupid. Come on. What are you
All
thinking?
units.
I'm on it. Suits me. Locked in. On the move.
I hurry up and send 2 tanks to hit that anti-air turret,
Raptor flying.
so it doesn't do too much damage on my vultures.
Ready. On my mark.
All units.
And then I send everything else up real quick. After they softened up that turret. Those anti-air turrets, huge threat to the vultures. I say take it out. And they do.
All units. All units.
Boom! Okay, so now the Cutter only has 1 base left of his game on this battlefield. I'm thinking, we gotta hit it. That's the one down there.
Watch for enemy forces near this base.
Supply pad complete.
And I successfully gained control of the entirety of this upper hill. That's
Regeneration.
how hard we're pushing. We pushed hard and fast
Got it.
so far. And it costed the enemy dearly.
Vehicle depot complete.
It looks like they've got their forces all the way up there, and I'm like, oh, if they're all the way up there, they're not down here defending their bases, so their base. That wasn't plural, that was actually supposed to be singular. Yeah. Singular. I have 1 base. It's about to be done.
All units. Enemy engagement.
Look at all that. Look at all that. It's right on top of it.
Initial bombs out. Ready to rock.
Supply pad complete. All units. Base under attack.
Grizzly ready to roll.
Enemy forces inbound to this base.
Base under attack.
About to have them out of the way. I got my Grizzly up there taking care of that Wraith. And boom. That is how the cookie crumbles. I believe we just took out
Supply pad complete.
Cutter, Captain Cutter's final base. Look at that.
Complete.
They're getting slammed. Yeah, it's gone. So that effectively wiped him out of the fight.
All
Our
units.
ally asks if we need
A base
additional
has been
supplies.
destroyed.
We should flare one of their supply pods if we would like them to send us.
These are like this last Spartan. We do them so dirty, we're just hitting them, just
All units.
disrespecting, just disrespectfully over, just hitting them with way more firepower that you should ever
All units.
concentrate on an infantry unit like a Spartan. Yeah, it's-
All units.
I guess, I mean, Spartans are pretty strong, but when you just hit them with a huge volley of vulture rockets, yeah, or missiles, I'd say, that's it for Cutter. He's out of the fight. Officially. I could say efficiently, too. I officially took him out of there.
Our allies'
units.
attack failed.
That's a chieftain.
Supply pad
I
complete.
think that's the final chieftain of the fight. Dead right there.
All units.
Right on top of our base. That's where you get to be buried, son. Look at those war-hardened vultures. That's... last
All
base.
units.
That was it. They were out of the
All
fight.
units.
I got a few more units just scattered about that I send my guys to go clean up.
All units.
I'll get it.
All units.
Yeah, them brutes are getting done bad by
units.
us.
On the move.
Those vultures take a brute's head clean off.
All units.
Damn ape. There's the last brutes of the fight. That's it. That's the last enemies that die in this battle. That's pretty much it,
Team is
folks. Hope you
victorious.
enjoyed that one. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.